Greetings, I am Lies and I use she, her.
And I am Scandal and I use they, them. And let's play a game together.
How scandalous.
Oh no.
Alright, so
What a lie.
this cute little thing is called A Nightmare's Trip, is the new game.
Yes.
In case you didn't figure that out before you clicked the video.
Yes.
It's a little indie game about a nightmare, like a nightmare, like actually created from like a kid's dreams, going and taking a vacation. Like that's what we know about it.
Yes.
We did try to do like a first episode, but we had some sound problems, so we're gonna be doing this again.
Yes.
And then moving forward.
So again, we'll just read this for everybody's clarification. As Adrien, a creature born of a young child's nightmares, takes a little summer vacation. Yep, so the idea also is going content warning. There are going to be violent references contained in the game's opening prologue, a brief mention of a fictitious slur, appearances of both mall and airport security.
Yes, so things to be aware of in here. It sounds like the creator was pretty sensitive to that. I will also say, based on the brief amount of the game that we did play, the main character has anxiety.
I would say so too.
So warnings for representations of anxiety. You may feel anxious.
Right.
Here, let's do this.
Alright, so start!
Start.
Not all of us remember what it's like. That's what the other people in Natura tell me. But I can. The night on which I was born, I can still remember the glee I was filled with at the thought that I would make this new world mine.
It's mine.
Mine! But is that quite right? No. This world, it didn't become mine at all. Instead, that night, as I sought my freedom, I became more trapped than I could have known. No, capitalism. 'Twas the night I was unshackled from the chains unto which I was bound, and I cast aside the conductor who'd borne me. That night I did something terrible, didn't I?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so the first time we approached this, I had no idea what any of that meant, and only because it sat in my head so long, not because the game's given me more context, does it make more sense of basically going, it sounds very much like I was created on this night because of a dream, and I thought I would own the entire dream world, but then I just instead disconnected myself from it. That's what I'm hearing. Anyway, the first time it was just wildly confusing.
It was late. They say you're supposed to turn the lights off before you sleep, but this kid had them on, perhaps for some comfort, but it was useless. The bags under their eyes showed the truth. It was the same routine every time I gained consciousness. In the light, the shadows just grew longer, drawing them to what was coming. That just made it worse.
It's you again, isn't it? Please? Please? Just go away. No.
I approached. My movements were slow, lethargic. Inch by steady inch, the kid watched me waver and shift and squirmed. They always push their eyes shut, as if that could somehow stop it.
Because you close your eyes, but then you cram your hands over your eyes to push them even further shut.
To make sure there's no light or anything, because I will say, as a person who owns eyelids, some light get through.
Yeah, it's true.
Skin is not completely light opaque, light resistant. That one.
Yeah.
There's a word I'm looking for.
I think opaque is actually what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or opacity.
It has,
because that's opaque.
As I say, it has some light transparency.
Right.
How about that?
But when they do that, I simply call upon the fear of pain.
Or the fear of sound. And my reasoning, of course, for picking, because I would like to go with fear of pain, is largely based on the fact that, well, you're not really necessarily afraid of, like, sounds are scary, but the thing is you're afraid of what the sound's going to lead to.
What it
which
means.
usually means pain, in my experience. That the human mind is very good about being obsessed with pain.
I'm also going to say that I found this style of illustration fascinating, if a little jarring the first time, with the whole little kid, like, just sort of hiding / crawling out of their bed at the same time, and the infinitely long ears of the monster.
And I think actually, so this over here is actually a door.
It is. That's the door to the room, solidly. But again, a lot of it's very abstract.
Yes.
And dreams often are very abstract. And I think now, having seen this a second time, that's really what's going on.
Yeah.
It's just the abstraction of a dream space.
Yeah.
The fear of pain. It is all within the head, you see. The window above their bed shatters as I lunge. No bite of any beast will ever land. No claws will mark their skin. I draw my hand back and tower above. Their face sinks. Their shock has let their eyes open for only a moment. There is no pain, but the expectation of pain may be ever present. And that expectation, well, that's what fear is.
Yeah.
It's the build-up before pain. In a dream, that pain shall never come, or ever come.
Okay, so I didn't catch this the first time, but this is kind of like a little troll face, little side eye, little hee. Do you see it?
I can see it, but like it's also like, are there eyes up here?
I think there's
and
the
also
eyebrows.
more eyes.
As it-
like who knows?
To me, it just looks like a little with the raised eyebrows. Anyway.
It does.
No.
They immediately freeze up, still trying to still their breath and pretend as if they're already dead.
Because I would know, because I'm in your head, because that's the kind of thing you would be aware of.
Interesting. This reminds me so much of experiences that I had being afraid of the dark, but not dreams that I had when I was asleep. And so it's an interesting, like, combo of the two.
Yes.
No matter. I can still feel their warmth, their connection. And so, there is no escaping me.
Because I am also in your head.
Grab and seize them, or wait in absolute silence.
So usually, of course, as the thing works, is that the waiting is the thing.
Well,
and the thing is like, whenever I had moments where I've ever been afraid of, like, the dark or whatever thing is when I've been conscious, a lot of it sometimes has been actually a combination of grab and seize. It's sort of you've been grabbed and seized, and then you've been let go. And you've been grabbed and seized, and you've been let go. Or it's just the waiting.
The continual
It's the
fear.
anticipation, and also it stretches out. Even when you're like, oh my god, I'm being chased, I'm being followed, it is that constant, like, impossible maintaining of being almost grabbed.
And you will be grabbed, but it just never happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying, and that's the fear I'm familiar with too, of it never actually reaches its suggested conclusion.
Yeah.
Or climax, if you will, because if it did, the fear would be over.
Yeah,
In
absolutely.
the same way that, like, if you kill the hostage, you have no leverage.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. And
So, yeah,
also,
wait.
like this, where this looks a little bit like the child hiding inside, like, the house, or hiding under a bed. So with the creature over here, like, right here, underneath, coming up to the child down here. And then this is, like, the bed, or something like that. Like, I'm not exactly sure. Like, it is definitely abstract,
And I had it this way of, this is the headboard. And the monster's getting, like, into your head and affecting things, and this is your pillow and your child's head trying to, you know, like, hide under the covers thing. And then you have your monster reaching in from our vantage point.
I could see that, too. That works great.
I like the abstraction where you can interpret a lot of different ways, and also in dreams, for me, a lot of things are simultaneously true that could not be true in reality. Where you can both be, you know, under a bed and on top of it at the same time. You know?
Yep.
Wait in absolute silence. I relax, waiting to pounce the moment they show a hint of life. The kid continues to try playing dead, but it proves to be no avail. I already know that they're still there, trembling with fear. I was almost there, almost free. I'm so close. Just hurt them, keep hurting. Why won't they let go? Let go, let go, let it go.
Let it go.
Of me. Why won't they just let go of their fear?
I think the thing is
Cry
that
out all of my violent, disgusting emotions, destroy them and everything they hold dear. So, like, I didn't know how this went from one step to the other last time. I still don't.
Yeah.
Very much except for, like, it just sounds like the monster is having a personal process.
Yeah.
So you just, like, blah, and you cry out
I
your
will cry
emotions.
out all of my violent emotions, not necessarily yours, because, like, it's interesting too where you're going, I will wait, I am connected to you, but now suddenly I'm having my own experience.
And I also really seem to, like, want something suddenly that wasn't the goal before.
Right? So,
Cry out all of my violent, disgusting emotions.
There we go.
I slowly absorb all of their anger, fears, anxieties, and weaknesses, and am given new form.
Poof.
Their name. Wait, that isn't right. What was their name? Why can't I remember? In an instant, the world around me darkens into nothingness. I hear a faint, quiet voice.
A noise can't hurt you, blank. Mom? It's just a nightmare. Don't worry. It's slowly passing. You'll forget about it in the morning.
For it would be so simple for me.
For would it be?
Would it be? This child's connection is one that I've been cut away from. One that's allowed me to be my own being. But now that it's been left behind, it's possible that I'll never feel whole again. I'll feel so empty. I'll so very... Is this how the dream ends? Just another nightmare to wake up from and forget. Is there more? Can there be more than I haven't realized?
Prologue. Birth of a nightmare. Cicadas.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that before.
I was like, to me, particularly with the cicada thing and some of the imagery, I'm like, oh, this feels a little bit like it is some... I will not say it's necessarily Japan, but there do seem to be, like, Asian like pictures, so you saw them again influences.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean I don't know exactly where it's from, but you know it looks pretty neat.
It does.
My journey begins in the waking dawn. As I slowly ease into consciousness, I began to feel the sensation that I was forgetting something.
So the sleeping phase.
Half snapping awake, I slammed the alarm clock snooze button in an instant.
I am so confused, but I have this one reflex. Pep.
My entire body is alert, and the shock of it remains for a brief duration. I take stock of my surroundings. Oh no! I'm going to miss my flight! Oh, never mind. False alarm. Thank God. Okay, I don't have to worry about leaving for another hour. I close my eyes again.
But are you ready to go? The little drooling dead sleep is amazing. Also, it's just so different to go from the abstraction of like completely black and white, sort of, you know, stylized dream world to the here's a soft photo of, you know, a cabin apartment.
So I also though find it to be really funny because to me that actually mildly implies like that the kid was dreaming in black and white, and I don't think I've ever really dreamt without color. I know that, like, so my mother has actually said that for the most part she never dreams in color, or she's like, I used to dream in color when I was younger, but I don't dream in color anymore. And I'm like,
which is super weird.
What?
I'm like, you really can have a dream in black and white? What?
I think I've maybe had one dream in black and white before, but like it was so weird.
I've had black and white things in my dreams, but
right.
My only guess was that it's from the monster's point of view,
right?
And so it's however they see it. But also it could have been a stylistic choice on the artist's part of going, if there's a lot of color, you might try to make more sense of the scene, and it's not supposed to make sense.
Right, exactly. We need to actually lean into the abstraction. Let's just make it black and white because it's harder to understand.
Wait! No, I actually do have to leave right now! I immediately jolt out of bed, feeling the thud of my feet on the carpeted floor.
I just imagine this like sprawling into the air and then slamming down.
My fluffy chest feels free, loose, and heavy as it bounces in tune with my footbeats. My legs tremble stiff, and my heart races, hoping I didn't wake up my housemates with this racket.
Someone downstairs.
That is me.
Damn it! Pep, 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 pep. How dare you make so much noise?
Stop it!
Stop it!
Oh, sorry. I seized my phone from the nightstand. 2 a.m. Well, that's no good. That's not good at all! Assuming the taxi doesn't run into much trouble with traffic, I'm going to arrive nearly 20 minutes late! Oh, jeez! Okay, the flight leaves around 7:25 a.m., and I still have around 3 hours to kill by the time I get to the gate. But who knows? Anything could happen along the way!
Remember...
Security could take longer than it should! I could get lost, and have trouble finding my gate, and what if the train inside the airport breaks down?
Remember how I said this little character has anxiety? drawings really, like the expressions really exemplify it really well, I feel. It came across immediately to me, and I'm like, you poor nervous bundle.
It's pretty good, actually.
It's really effective, too, in the way that there's so many cases where if a character is anxious, that I've been exposed to in story, it's really just people saying it or them saying it, not really it just coming through loud and clear in the behavior. And so this is very interesting for me, and I like it as a character piece.
Yeah, it's nice.
And I built I guess I should stop rolling and mumbling so much, but oh jeez, I just can't help rolling.
That thing where you're like, I should stop talking to myself. I say out loud to myself.
To myself? Just stop talking to yourself. Stop talking to yourself.
You're still talking to yourself.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I continue to be a mess.
Yes.
Okay. Let's think about things one step at a time. First, I gotta grab my suitcase. Then I gotta wait for the taxi.
I love that your suitcase is already packed. This is really good.
It's
good
actually
job.
really good. It's very thoughtful. Also,
Probably
it's
packed it like 9 times, so you get it again.
Also,
beforehand.
again, you probably got like 3 hours of sleep.
Probably.
Just to be honest.
And then, finally, I gotta get some sleep.
Dead.
Wake me up.
Poor baby. I did it. I got up at 3 a.m. I'm at the taxi.
And actually, I think you actually fell asleep. It was like midnight or 1 o'clock.
I mean,
it was really bad. I was like, dude, my tiny chibi, you are a mess.
40 minutes later, I felt like I slept for hours. I was just trapped in a strange dreamscape, subjected to the many visions my mind has been meaning to unleash.
Subconscious imagery in dreams is a whole ass trip.
It is wild.
But I can't even remember any of it. Any semblance has faded away in mere moments. Oh well. As I wake up, I take a small glance at the taxi driver, who hasn't said a word since the beginning of the ride.
They knew you were tired, too.
They do. They're like, oh my god, you know how early it is? I hate you.
But I didn't need to hear any words to see my destination, Luna Skyport, flashing brightly on the monitor. I tug my fur lightly and brace for an imminent rush. I'm here in good time.
Okay, it's okay.
Wow.
Ooh.
I rush in to the check-in to immediately do just that. Check in for my flight, making sure my suitcase is packed properly as a carry-on.
Because no one ain't no one be able to afford to check bags.
No, of course not.
Okay, so look at the tail and the ears.
And then also the person with the horns right here.
Oh, the antlers or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. This one also like ears. These silhouettes are great.
They're
honestly.
really good. There's not a lot
this.
of them, and I do wonder how much like it maintains itself, because it does, like, again, if you're just using photo backgrounds, which is totally fine.
Oh yeah.
They're very useful. Use your stock photos. Oh my gosh, you guys.
I mean, stock photos are an amazing gift if you want to make your own game, and the vectoring of this, like we've seen it in a few games now, including Who Killed My Father Academy.
Yeah.
And it can be put to really good use.
It can.
I like the soft edits though. We'll just add these little things. It's great. Oh, Adrien, correct?
That's me. Am I clear to pass?
Please say yes. Completely valid ticket. Is terrified. Yes. Allow me to check your bag.
I'll hand the handling agent my suitcase.
By the handle.
Handle. After they roll and tag it, they place the suitcase onto a large conveyor belt, where it quickly disappears from sight.
That doesn't sound like a carry-on. It sounds like a checked bag.
That actually.
Poor baby.
Okay, I was about to say that's
a checked bag.
That's a checked bag. That's not a carry-on.
I make sure it's a carry-on. I fail, but I don't notice. I'm too nervous.
Yes, pretty much. Also, though, again, like, if I remember correctly, so for part of it that we got through, which we didn't get through a lot of it, there is actually another bag that you do have, because it mentions going to my handheld games and stuff like that.
Oh, right. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's I make sure my carry-on's tagged correctly, and then here's my checked bag.
Yeah, so the thing is, as far as I can tell, what we're talking about is the suitcase, but we didn't mention we had another bag.
Right.
Is what's happened.
Which sounds about right if you're in your own head panicking.
Thereafter, they quickly pull their attention back to the computer and print out my boarding pass.
Here's your boarding pass. Your gate is D7.
And it
has pronouns,
but it doesn't have the name.
It's
true. No, departing from
LLAD. Oh no, sorry.
LLA. And then arriving at MS, we have no arrival times. We have no departure times. We're just
departing from La
forever.
Going to Ms.
La Ms.
La Ms.
La.
Thank you. The next step is to successfully pass through security. Without even starting, I can tell this is going to be a trial. Every early morning flyer, a tiresome bone in my well.
Hi. All of you are making me more potentially late by existing.
Damn it! The line's fairly slow, and my tapping foot gains speed as I grow more and more restless. So pop, 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 with just a small backpack remaining, all I have to do is place my phone and game system into a separate container, and I'm good to go.
This is so much airport security.
Except...
Please step into the scanner. Please.
All right. I'll enter the scanner and pull my hands up, but as soon as I enter, the scanner's camera passes by me. I'll close red.
I hate that honk.
And just and you're like, whoa. Sorry, but could you give us another 30 seconds? We need to run the scanner again.
Well, did I do something wrong?
Well, are you by any chance still carrying any electronics?
No, it's just this watch I have.
Please hand it over to me.
No, just this watch that is also in it. Oh shit.
Whoops.
I suppose you couldn't tell underneath all that fluff.
I can feel things on my body. I just forget about them sometimes.
Is that like an insensitive statement?
I don't know.
Better hope you aren't traveling to a hot country.
I think I'll be okay, sir. Thank you.
Grumpy.
Why are you commenting on my fluff?
I can choose for myself and my body. Thank you,
jerk
person.
Security passed. Now it's time to head to my gate. What was it again? A B-7. Right? I'll check my boarding pass as I head off to the B gates and immediately swivel on my heel and start heading to my destination.
For me, every time I've ever been in an airport, because as a kid my parents were split up, so when they switched custody, we would ride the really cheap flights, so there was always like 2 layovers, even though you were only going, a couple of states over, and every time it'd be, look at your ticket, okay, you know what this is, look at your ticket, okay, you know what this is, look at your ticket, okay, you know what this is, and you could not convince your brain, I do know what it is, better check again!
Right?
Uh-huh.
Also, the thing is I really hope, I'm proud that you're checking your stuff, because my fear for you, child, is that you will be going the wrong way. But,
right,
in
the airport, they're confusing sometimes, too.
Oh, yeah, they're deeply bad.
They're like, nope, clearly labeled, and you're like, for whoops.
Good thing I checked. I really headed in the completely wrong direction.
Thankfully, in every airport I've ever been in, which honestly hasn't been that many, if you ask people for help that work there, they will help you.
Yeah, they will.
And some of them will even just walk you to where you need to go.
Yes.
D7 is in Terminal 1, which I need to get to via the train. Crazy, right? There's like a metro in here? That's crazy.
Yeah,
Except that wouldn't be crazy. Why are you talking to yourself? Maybe it's the fact that you're going like, this is wild, I've never been here before. Maybe that's the thing. Also, at least based on the little tiny blurb about it, it does sound like this character's never had a vacation before.
Oh, or at least never gone on one that has an airport involved.
Right.
And going, I know there's a train, and then be like, dude, it's a whole ass metro.
And also going, dude, I actually get to take the train.
Uh-huh.
Right.
And as far as I understand, in airports that have trains, for pretty much all the gates, you take a train.
Yeah, it's wild.
But yeah, it's cute that Adrien sounds very green about this, yet also I appreciate that he is going, I will do this on my own. I can do it.
I got it. Well, it's definitely cleaner and faster than the metro back in the area. It's hard to keep balance as the train speeds up at an unimaginable pace. But thankfully, by the time I started to fall down,
lean.
I managed to stumble out of the train and head towards my terminal. Oh, it's so much. 5:42 a.m. There's a lot of time to kill before my flight leaves.
I love how cute you are and how many expressions you have. Like,
There's so many
expressions.
I probably shouldn't have been so worried about being late. But I guess that's the kind of person I am. I'm always anxious and nervous about everything. Setting up a trip like this was nearly impossible without Riley's help.
And I really like the fact that I've demonstrated through character, for the author, that you are anxious and nervous about everything. And then we've said you yourself are aware, as opposed to going, I'm always anxious and nervous about everything. Let me go be competent and calm.
Right. I hate that in stories.
Which some people can do for sure, but if you're in their head, you should be experiencing their anxiety even if their behavior's organized.
Yes, absolutely. I plopped down on a chair next to my bed before immediately realizing I should go have some kind of breakfast.
I should have had breakfast. I should have woken up 3 hours earlier to make a breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
I should have just not slept. It's the only way to make a flight.
Looking like a fool, I get back up and bump towards the terminal map. Now, where should I eat?
I like that this person is also not concerned at all about the cost of anything. It's just they're prepared for what they're going to need to do, and it's kind of nice.
Okay, well, we have Meow Wow Chow or Max Pretzels. As much as I love pretzels, I probably think that Meow Wow Chow sounds more reasonable because it's probably gonna have more choices. I really like pretzels, but yeah.
I think for me, pretzels never feel like a full meal.
No, they're not.
And if you're like, really I really want a breakfast rather than a snack,
also
I'm thinking chow.
Like pretzels are like peak liminal space food for me.
They are. They are traveling food and nothing else.
They are. They're so weird. Like, okay, so when I was dating somebody for a while, where they used to get giant, basically boxes that used to have the pretzels in them.
Right.
The big, like they'd have the large, like family size, whatever. I would get so confused.
Like the whole frozen, like Sam's Club ones.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
And I would just be like,
but this is travel.
but
this is moving
travel
through a space.
So
food.
it felt weird. But I mean, I liked eating them, but I was also just like.
Whole brain. And then you will walk out of the mall. I'm not in a mall.
I'm
then
not
you will
in
walk out of the movie theater. I'm not in a movie theater.
Or I will walk out of the airport because that was where you also.
Yep.
So Meow Wow Chow. I head towards the store and order the titular Meow Wow Chow.
Oh, hang on,
a simple breakfast with toast, sausages, eggs, and fries.
The ears again. I think we've already seen this person.
Oh yeah, we came back to the same place.
Oh, okay, thank you.
They just reused stuff. You're right.
Oh, they reused it. Okay, which works. Okay, but like I was expecting it to be somewhere else in the airport because you know the picture had changed.
Right.
But like it's good.
It's
good.
the same. It's
okay. You still do see the same people. Like every time I've been to an airport, you'll always see the same people like 3 times for reasons.
It feels like it. Oh my god. The sandwich starts to fall apart as I try to take massive, chunky bites out of
I
it.
can't believe they used chonky.
It's so good. This feels like a curse, but I prevail nonetheless. I smash the sandwich into my untamed gob successfully.
Okay, what I love about that in so many ways is just the if I eat it faster, it can't fall apart.
Right. I head back to the dirt, feeling refreshed and ready to go. Immediately checking my phone's clock. 6:20 a.m. Still roughly 1 hour to kill. I wonder if anybody's online. Oh God, please. Riley's on.
Cute.
Playing Dragon Pest 9. Early in the morning. 11. Excuse me. I'm a dingbat.
Okay.
Let me go pester him.
I love the little headphones
Aren't
and
they
the phone.
cute?
Also, you just have like stars and a moon as your background.
Also, I'm giggling because you have the default messages and you have Discord, and you also seem to have something else that I'm not quite
Okay,
sure
so
what
this
it
I
is.
think is just like standard like messenger.
That's what I said. Standard messages.
Oh, and then you don't know what
And
the
then I
blue
said
one
that
is.
was Discord, and I don't know what the blue one is.
Oh, I don't know what the blue one is either.
I was have to say that one I don't have an like.
And then this is like your Pandora or something. You know, your music player.
Let me go pester him.
No cloud. Okay, but the little alerts up here just make me so happy.
They're really good. Also, yeah, the no cloud is great.
It's so good.
Hello.
Ha! You caught me, didn't you?
I did indeed.
Yeah. So, you got your situation situated?
Yes.
Huh.
I am currently waiting for my flight to leave.
Excellent.
How's the new expansion?
It's pretty good. They really stepped up the writing for the main story, and the new classes are fun.
I'll join when I get home.
Don't worry about it. You've earned this trip, man. To me, Kumo City is like the kind of place that's just fun to walk around and waste time in. But in case that sounds like a terrible idea to you, I have sent you that doc I made on the cool, sick locations you can check out.
Oh, that's really thoughtful, because this is Riley, the person
That helped organize the trip.
Yeah, and they're like, I've been there before, here's some ideas, just in case you don't have any. That's really thoughtful.
I was gonna say, not only does it sound like they are a good friend that organized a trip that Adrien felt like that he could handle,
Right.
but also going the, hey, once you're there, since you haven't really done vacationing before,
Right.
you can just chill and hang, but if you get anxious going, I should be doing something, here's some things to do.
Here's for you.
Because I don't know if any of you who are more anxious or stressed out there ever go, I should be doing something with my time, and if I'm not doing something, I'm wasting it, I'm being a bad human.
Right.
And it's sort of that productivity thing of even on my vacation, I should be productively having fun, you know?
Right.
And so this is really thoughtful.
It is really thoughtful. I know. I don't know what I really want to do there besides play games, buy stuff, eat food.
Man, that is all you should do there. Okay, there's some cool historical stuff and such that you should also do while eating food. But, you know, video games. Hey, get me a cool figure if you see one anywhere.
Any specific series?
Nah, just get me whatever. I'll probably know where it's from.
Oh. I put my phone away, making a scrunched up face, as I genuinely wonder if Riley's screwing with me.
No matter what you find, gacha machine or at a store, I'll know what it is.
I'm a weeb.
It's alright. Then again, he pretty much knows everything anime, which, more power to him.
Aye.
I checked my phone clock again, pulling it out of my pocket right after taking it out. 7 a.m. Time to line up for boarding. I make haste to the line before checking the monitor, realizing an inevitable terror.
Well, we're gonna have to realize what of the inevitable terror is in the next one!
Hey, so thank you very much everybody for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and also share our videos. It actually helps us a lot in regards to the YouTube algorithm. It goes, hey, people are interacting, people like this stuff, and now let us share more of it because, you know.
It's a great way to promote our channel, even if you just stick a thumbs up on it.
Yes! Also, please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon and our Twitch. We've got some links in the description down below. We'd love to see you at any of those locations. And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you.
Bye!